Alright, post-production dupe here. I had to change plans as to what I wanted to do for this video. So, initially this video was going to be like 35 minutes long, super long, but I'm going to split it up. And I want to make this video just not an episode, not part of the series at all, and just be like a bonus video where I just talk about the process of finding a job as a software developer, and then my rant on lead code and technical interview questions, whiteboard interviews, and all that. So enjoy. So here's how it works. You apply to a job. First of all, you apply to any job that you want, because a lot of the qualifications are, they're just kind of wish list. They're not really realistic qualifications. I've seen entry-level jobs where they want like 8 years of experience, seriously, and it's just bogus. It just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, apply to anything you want. Here's a tip. This is not a tutorial series, but here's a tip. Apply to any job that you want, even if you're not qualified, because you may be the most qualified person applying. So why not? If you want the job, it's great. You get to learn. Like, let's say you get the job and then you start learning all these new things. You're getting paid to learn. It's great. It saves you so much time. So instead of having to learn at home, like me, you could be getting paid to learn. So yeah, just a tip there. And then after you apply, you will get, if they like you, you'll get a contact from their HR department or someone there, and they'll get a feel for you. They'll go over your resume, talk about your portfolio, see if you're a good fit. And then after that, you'll talk with someone not in HR, someone in the tech department, and they'll go over more in depth your portfolio, your technical skills, and all that. So sometimes that can happen all in one. Sometimes if the team is really small, if you're applying to a startup, you may have your HR and tech in one interview. I actually had that in my most recent job. I worked with a team of 2 other people, basically. So the HR department was the tech department. So that could happen. And after you go over, you discuss in more depth about your projects or whatever. You may be asked to solve a problem for them, like a technical programming puzzle where you'll actually be doing code and they'll watch you. I've never had this happen to me before, but I hear it's a thing. Another thing that could happen is you could get a take-home assignment, and if you do well on the take-home assignment, they'll hire you or whatever. That's happened to me, actually. Be careful with the take-home assignments, because I've heard that sometimes they will get you to do work for them for free by giving you a take-home assignment. And in my situation, that was not the case. I was shown a page from the web app that they were developing, and I was told to recreate it. And if I recreated it, then I would get hired. So I did it to the best of my ability, and I got hired. Yeah, what else? Sometimes you may not have to do these problems at all, or have a take-home assignment, and they just like you well enough, they'll just hire you without seeing anything from you. That actually happened in my latest job. They wanted to do some work. It was very different, my latest job. They wanted me to do Python code. They were going to watch me do Python code, and then it just never happened. Very strange. The thing is, they wanted to see how well I liked Clojure, which is a programming language that I've never used. First functional programming language. So for some reason, they started teaching me Clojure, wanted to see if I liked it. I said I liked it, and then after a few weeks of them teaching me, I guess I impressed them enough for them to send me an offer. So they sent me an offer, and I accepted it. Great job. I loved that job. It was my only remote job. remote jobs are amazing, especially for someone that sits at home and, you know, I'm in this room pretty much all day anyways, so why not get paid to be sitting in here, you know? But I'll talk about why I love remote jobs another day. But yeah, here's why I hate the LeetCode code puzzle problems. Mainly, I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible because we're already going pretty long here. Mainly, they're just not practical. Most of the time, what you are solving is not something related to the job. It's just something so obscure or so abstract, or there's already like a solution for it that you can just use easily by installing a library. It's just stuff that it's just there to make you stressed, which I understand. That's the purpose of the like programming problem side of it. It's to see how well you can communicate and see how well you handle stress. So it's just I wish there was a different way, personally, because I don't want my job, because it's weighed so heavily. From what I hear, it's if you bomb the programming problem, then you're not going to get the job, most likely. But more often than not, the programming problem that you are shown is not what you're going to be doing at work. Like, the probability of that is so low. So yeah, it just seems like practicing these problems is a waste of time, and it's just a waste of time to be interviewed on them as well. Another thing that just is annoying and just difficult for no reason is they'll have you write out the program on a whiteboard. So instead of typing out with like Visual Studio Code, Eclipse, an IDE, or something like that, you'll actually be writing out the code. And why? It just doesn't make any sense. I guess like in team meetings you'll be writing things out, maybe, or you know, you can use PowerPoint. I just don't get it. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. I don't want to get too into this rant because, like I said in the last video, I don't really know what I'm talking about. So there may be a great reason for these problems, but I don't see it. For me, they're just there to make your life difficult, and it's just how well you solve a puzzle should not dictate whether or not you can get a job doing something totally different. Especially a front-end developer where I'm like styling things and placing things and moving things around and contacting APIs. Like, I'm hardly ever going to be needing to make algorithms, like really crazy algorithms, especially a like entry-level position. So I don't know. I'm going to stop the rant there, and yeah, let's get into the fun stuff. The website, that's done, and I'm going to show you guys some problems. They are actually fun to do, but like I said, they're a waste of time. There's so many other things that I want to learn that learning these problems is just annoying. But it's a good way for me to show you guys some code too. So that's going to be that. Already a long video, but whatever.